Yuri, 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 pay attention! Pay attention! I said the funny word. I added Yuri, guys. See? His name is Yuri.
Oh
He
my
works at oil
god.
extraction. I also had a much bigger focus on the characters and story for this update. In my last devlog I mentioned the dialogue was just in prototype stages, but in this update it reflects the characters, lore, and story I want much better. I won't say much about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say the feedback has been really positive so far, and a certain cutscene has made at least 2 people cry. Please give it a try for yourself. Like I said in one of my previous devlogs, I've never made a story for a game this big before, so obviously I'm nervous about getting it right. I think the biggest fear when making a story for a game is that the reaction will be words, 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 too much reading.
No, the Lord.
So I was really happy to see you guys actually thought there weren't enough words. I will be adding more words in the future, showing more reactions to things in the world around you. So far, the main story for the Act 1 map is pretty much done. What about the Act 2 map? The journey to get there is now finished. Sadly, there's no story for the Act 2 map yet, but you'll still be able to explore some new areas, find new settlements, and get a new core upgrade, the winch. After buying the winch, you'll be able to attach to winch anchors, which let you climb up and down any slope. But Drenendok, didn't you already add a grapple? Yes, I did. But I plan on changing how it works for a future update. You'll still be able to grab distant objects like Spider-Man, but the other purpose won't be for climbing things anymore. It'll be something else I can't mention. I had to nerf the tread spikes to balance this out, so no longer will you be able to Skyrim horse your way up a mountain. Winch anchors can be bought from the Beacon settlement in Act 2 and work similar to climbing anchors in Death Stranding. After placing one at the top of a ledge, you can use it to safely descend, then attach to the rope again in the future when you want to climb back up. This will let you set up optimized routes between settlements, which is something I really loved about Death Stranding. I think portable bridges, or a train line that can be repaired with a train you can ride in, might also be cool in the future. The new shop menu where these anchors are sold also have a few other items for sale. Finally, after a whole year of development, one of these tank crews finally thought to themselves, man, wouldn't our lives be a whole lot easier if we just put a cover over our storage? There's 3 levels to the cargo covers: cloth, plastic, and metal, each having a different durability. I was worried cargo covers would become a silver bullet to all your problems, but since they limit how much you can put in storage, I actually found most people rarely use them. It makes for an interesting trade-off, I think, where you need to consider, do I want to play it safe and only do 1 delivery with a cargo cover, or bite off more than I can chew with 2 or 3 deliveries and no cargo cover? And who would have guessed it, 90% of the time people want to bite off more than they can chew, which is fine by me. Cargo covers will be needed for climbing ultra-steep cliffs with the winch anchors though, to make sure your cargo doesn't fall out. Finally, the last item in the shop menu is the portable bomb. Compared to nuke or thermobaric bombs, these ones are kinda pathetic. But you can use them for clearing ice blockades in your way, which also ties into the idea of optimizing your routes. Right now, there's only 2 ice blockades that can be cleared, one in the Act 1 map and one in the Act 2 map. For the Act 1 map, previously you could only go one way between Crater and Metro, but a few people said this felt too linear, so now after clearing the blockade, you can go either way. Also, make sure you aren't too close to the bombs when they go off, because your tank now has durability. Things like explosions, falling off cliffs, crashing into things, and not cleaning your rust off will now damage your tank and upgrades. You can't die from this, but things will start to malfunction if they get really bad. A damaged engine will lower your torque, your treads won't turn as easily, your headlight will get cracked and flicker, and your scanners will glitch out. Damaged parts can be repaired from any settlement, costing more depending on how bad the damage is. This update also comes with a massive performance boost. The game uses something called virtual height field meshes for the snow deformation, which, if you look at the wireframe mode, looks like this.
Look at all this fucking... Who's putting all this in the
Snow.
How many
Polygons.
are you putting in there? How much is in the
Snow.
Look! Look! What the fuck?
In my defense, Unreal has no built-in scalability for these. You can set the resolution for everyone's computer, but if you want it to be scalable where players can pick the resolution depending on their computer, that's a lot trickier. I thought surely this is possible with C++, right? No. As far as I could find online, that's not possible either. In the end, I had to resort to having 5 different height fields, one for each resolution, that I load or unload depending on which setting you pick. I feel like there has to be a better way to do this though, right? C++ is not my forte, so if anyone knows a better way to do this, please let me know. Anyways, the performance improvements were pretty insane. Currently there's 5 settings: Epic, which was previously the default and only option, High, which is the new default, Medium, Low, and Potato. One person said they went from 2 to 40 FPS on a laptop, and another even got it working on a phone.
This is a massive upgrade. You can't see the number here. It's running 16, 17, 18 FPS. Now with 071, it just works. This is my first time trying out the game and it's working. Maybe I can even do something to improve the FPS by much more. This is good. This is a massive upgrade for a piece of a shit phone like this. Very good.
Before we get to the last update, my name is Dren and I hope you're enjoying my narration. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to support me on Patreon, then thank you. I recently added a $1 tier and more perks for the higher tiers. You can watch me develop the game live, play other games, and even sing karaoke. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. We have a Minecraft server, whoa, and test builds with cheats. There's even a raffle to hang out with me or get a profile picture from my artist. Top 15 Discord server updates.
Number 15.
This absolute Giga Chad got a Deep Snow Delivery tattoo.
60 and Kit worked on it.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Beautiful.
Someone got the game working in VR? I mean, cool, but why? Also, Terrorist has been planning something lately. He renamed his art thread to DEFCON a while ago, and it's been slowly ticking down from 5. My only theory is that it could be this summertime special manga he teased a while ago. Is this real? For the sake of my sanity, I don't keep up with what goes on in general, so I honestly have no idea. A manga would be pretty awesome though. Maybe one day it'll even come full circle and we'll get a Deep Snow Delivery anime. A man can dream. Anyway, here's some more fan art. Bye bye.